Hello. It's currently 5:31 a.m. I'm having some tea. Okay, so I did I did respec pretty much everyone. Yeah. So the Dark Urge is now a bard, cleric, and wizard. Um Shadowheart, I'm kind of going for like a cleric slash stars druid thing. Gale, Shadow Magic Sorcerer, and we have Astarion is still Swashbuckler Rogue. Lae'zel still a Ranger, I think, and then Will. I forgot. We'll see.
This way.
Everything is clear. Seems like a good moment to talk.
I want to apologize if I miss any messages that come into chat, because I'm pretty focused on the game.
Right on my feet.
But I'll do my best to look at it. Anyway, what are we doing?
So, do you have loves waiting for you once this is all over?
You know what? That is not the easiest of questions for me to answer.
You mean just waiting? Like a lovesick puppy? Short-term amusements are much less hassle.
So, Shadowheart. Such a name implies yours is a difficult heart to find.
It's not that hard to find. Perhaps any difficulty is more telling of you, Gale.
I am enjoying our walks together. Aren't you, Gale?
Sure. In silence.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Me too. Okay. Some gnolls. Alright, so Starring goes first, and Dark Urge is dead last.
Leave no trace. Moving.
Ow. Cool.
Heading there.
Shadowheart can concentrate over here, ideally. Don't want to break concentration. Oh, what's Rugen doing? I see. Gale does not have proficiency with the weapon he's currently using. Okay. And he also has not cast Mage Armor yet. What the heck, Gale?
Indeed.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mirror Image.
From Tinula Fides.
Why not? Bardic Inspiration.
With a shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat. Gnolls see your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Conjure the mulings of easy prey into her mind, centering it within the nearby cave. Use the power within you to make her obey the voice, to brave the flames and feast on the meat in the cave. Search her mind for the source of the voice.
A memory. The beast daubs the symbol of the Absolute on a cave wall in blood. Buried deep, a tadpole struggles to assert control against the ravenous chaos of her mind.
Focus on the tadpole. How did it come to be there?
You see drow and goblins restraining her, a mind flayer reaching out. And then the voice, bringing order. Eating this meat was forbidden, but it would lead her to a feast.
Fill her mind with a distracting joke. What's the difference between man and meat?
The Gnoll considers you for a moment, rage still festering underneath her curiosity.
There isn't one.
The Gnoll throws back its head, its rage spurring on a violent, screaming noise.
Yeah, it was very funny, huh?
Like wildfire, the cackling, howling laughter infects the nearby gnolls.
So I still have the bardic inspiration. I don't want to use it on a bite. I don't see any sight lines, I think.
I'll do it my way.
Unfortunate. I woke up. So, let me take a look at my characters real quick. I think I will twin something.
Knight to King 5.
work.
So these three are wet. So I'm gonna go with Twinned Lightning Orb. Hit. Cool. Can I hit this one? Yes. Okay. Huh, I don't know what happened to Bless. I don't remember. Wasn't paying attention, rather.
Please help me.
This might hurt a bit.
On I go.
Hang in there.
Step to it.
This is fine.
You needed. Onward.
Okay, see ya.
Got to press on. Heading there. Let's see what's to be said.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? Then thou must return with the proper payment. This is the price of balance. Well counted. I recommend keeping my distance for a moment. By doom
Hello.
and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
Still breathing, despite everything. Can't risk being in open view. All mine. Little bit of this, little bit of that. From your pocket to mine. Interesting selection. Not up for trading today, I'm afraid. I can take what I please.
Surely.
Want to
Get this.
choose. Want to take. Well, that's interesting.
Oh, I need to roll a 19. Oh, I could
Let's get on with it.
give guidance.
All right, what now? Breathe deep and move. Don't want to draw any attention. Using a 5-finger discount. Surely no one will notice. From your pocket to mine. I can take what I please. Little bit of this, little bit of that.
Thy will. Dost thou require an
Let's
end?
resist
Thou must
Darian, shall we?
return with this is the price of balance. Well, by doom and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise. fate spin. Dost thou require a new? Then thou must. This is the price of balance.
Here you
Well
go.
counted. I recommend keeping my distance for a moment. By doom and dusk I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
Huh.
Can't give up now. Should mind my step.
I scratch. Probably a good time to rest.
The dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth. He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool. His eyes track the ball avidly. He shuffles on his paws, ready to chase after it. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Scratch! So called because you like to scratch behind the ear? About our condition, Gale.
Everything, really. Not to put too fine a point.
A humble specimen, aren't you?
On occasion.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Actually, Gale doesn't have dark vision. Not that it's gonna do much for him. Actually, it could light one of the melee guys. Definitely not a Starian, so.
Direct me. Keep your distance, darling.
What am I to do? I have such a headache.
Don't think I have much in the way of day-long buffs.
Nothing hurts anymore. Always room for more. On my way. That symbol in the blood. What does it mean?
Wonder what happened to the two fellows that were over here.
Still no symptoms.
No sign of tentacles so far.
Time to press.
The same. Except for for a knot of worry in my stomach that's in no rush to go away.
Moving in.
That I can relate to.
Maybe I need more pockets. To be cautious.
Oh, well, it doesn't look good. I think they might have fallen over. Hmm.
Pay attention! Thine eyes, pools of tepid piss.
No gloom, all doom. Of course.
Let's have some fun. Just like old times.
Need to act fast. Onward. Can't protect.
Scratch is gonna chill back here.
That might be worth a look.
Oh, the cloak, yeah.
That's a curious looking chest. I wonder what's inside.
Cool. There's an iron flask in there.
At least things have stayed interesting.
shipment orders. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it and I will know, because you'll be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. My dear Aunt Nettie, I entrust you with the circlet to open the library. Wear it always. If you need to enter the vault, talk to Wrath. He has the rune, but won't give it to anyone, so be sure you have good reason to ask. Protect my research while I'm gone, and take care of the animals. Don't give fish to Tuffet, she's getting lazy.
Another step forward.
What's up, Scratch?
Careful, I might.
There is work to do. Allow me.
I was trying to concentrate. What fun.
Reason's Grasp. Ever vigilant. When the wearer chooses to end the rage, they get 15 temp hit points. Could be food for Gale. That guy might be getting hungry soon.
Empty. Just like old times.
Still in control. Just don't waste a step. All right, time to skunk about.
Alright. Rewind?
Can't keep me out. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Just, you know, collecting barrels and backpacks. Don't worry about it. You never know when you might need a wooden barrel to put things in.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I don't think I have enhanced
Whatever
sleep.
it takes.
So,
Not on my mind.
oh, I do have long strider though.
In it.
How delicious.
There's no time to
I
waste.
forgot. Everyone gather around.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
That's curious.
Listen all y'all, it's a sabotage.
How much farther can I go?
Listen all y'all, it's a sabotage. Listen all y'all, it's a sabotage.
I'm way too big.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
What a day.
Seek and you shall find me.
I've never actually tried this. Oh, I'm not a wizard anymore.
Let's get going.
Gale is no longer a wizard. Cannot make a little gato to go in the
Pave
burrow
my
hole.
path with corpses. Build my castle with bones.
This is kind of sus.
Don't mind if I do.
Well, you know,
Whatever comes.
like, what if we, like, you know,
Ah, excellent choice. My pleasure.
like, what if you guys stand over there,
Don't touch
and then Astarion stands over
That's
here,
If not over, then through.
and then
Well, hello.
it's like something like that.
Dance. Let's be quick.
It's a bit anticlimactic. Well, there's a big boulder there and a bunch of alcohol over there, so it seems a little sketchy.
What's this?
Where am I? What's going on? Walk in death.
I am the Dark Urge. An open letter on oppression and peacocks. Written in a furious sloping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry? How archaic! My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue, immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authority should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from their parent. I don't know how Grand Duke Older Ravengard lives with himself. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens.
Something good here, I hope.
Food. Food is good. Ah, too heavy again? Oh, I picked up so much wine. Lessons for Sensible Living 4, Cities and How to Survive Them. The first page summarizes the contents, the remaining pages clumsily elaborate on them in great detail. 1. On not going to cities. The simplest piece of advice for sensible folk is to avoid cities entirely. 2. On marketplaces. People often tell me, Harrington, my fleeces and turnips are worth more in a city market than at the local village fair. Fools. To them I say, your fleeces and turnips will be robbed long before you reach the market square, and you will only have a few lumps and bruises to take home. 3. On taverns. All sensible folk enjoy draining a mug of locally produced ale in the company of their friends, but some of you may have heard tell of the extravagant taverns that populate the cities of the Sword Coast. If bawdy names like the Blushing Mermaid and the Wizard's Stave were not sufficient warning of their impropriety, let it be known that you will be robbed long before you finish your first tankard, and will have only a few lumps and bruises for company. 4. On sewerage. Belike you keep a pot by your bedside and cast out the leavings into a communal pit of morn, sensible and cleanly behavior. Many cities have dispensed with such simple methods of hygienic living, and instead the waste of the inhabitants mingles and flows through great channels beneath the very streets, a breeding ground for mucky creatures. 5. On becoming lost. Cities are far too large, and you will become lost almost immediately. A fellow once told me that Baldur's Gate is actually 3 cities in one, an outer, an inner, and an upper. I believe he thought I'd be impressed, but I simply spat in his eye and sent him on his way. Harrington, Netherland.
Might be useful.
Ooh, Ithbank. This is a lot of food I'm picking up. Not gonna complain about it. Dang, can anyone pick up this barrel?
Laid close. Let's have it.
I'm making a collection. You never know.
Mine's never quiet. Dream in red.
It's a lot of blood. Well, there's a mission to hunt down the Archdevil Karlach.
My, what
Hello, sir.
manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion?
The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that
That love
love was that.
was that.
They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. It's not every day one meets such
Hey,
a
man.
cavalier sinner as yourself. A
Hi.
true bloody
I'm Viva.
pleasure.
I'm the Dark Urge. Pleasure.
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here.
I am the Dark Urge.
This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere.
Can you be more specific than
The
somewhere?
house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that?
Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend?
Potentially.
An adversary?
Conceivably.
But a savior? That's for certain.
Why would you help me?
Because my compassion is boundless. I stride among the needy, giving comfort where I can. And you're in dire need. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all. Like that.
I mean, I'm a bit skeptical. What with, you know, the horns and this guy is probably a devil. I need to think this over.
Take all the time you need, but make up your mind before you're counting down with tentacles. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow,
Borrow and steal.
Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow
Narrow
of
despair.
that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope.
Ah.
Such a tease.
And if I do want to take this deal, how would I find you?
I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet,
Have they?
One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Cool. He seemed friendly enough. For a devil. Bit sus. Those of heroism? Not. I don't have any paladins at the moment. Excellent. Potions of healing. Take it. Potion of speed, I'll take it. Sure. Where the heck have we wandered?
What now?
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Shadowheart. Some guidance, please. Astarion, can you roll better next time? Thank you.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Cool. Not proficient in rapiers. Speaking of rapiers, Gale will probably want a staff. Can't use a scimitar. Greatsword? Nope. Does anyone have a
What to
staff?
do?
Yes?
Well, keep holding on to this for now, Gale.
Looking ahead.
We'll get you a
These
staff.
books mean everything.
Mystery meat, tough as boar hide. Only the sharpest teeth could pierce it.
Trust no one.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow? Have I been this way before? No traps, please.
Well, no door unopened.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Hello, anybody in there? I'm coming in.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
What the hell are you doing?
Do carry on. There's bookshops in Baldur's Gate that'd pay well for this kind of swat.
Tell of my rutting, my virility.
Don't want this puny rutting written down.
Puny? I am strong. I am virile. I am
Enough! Oh, a moment ruined. Passion squished like slow goats underfoot. Oh, we leave.
Dang, did I get XP for that? I don't know. Sorry.
Let's play.
Need to stay focused. On my way.
Try out the dragon. Dazzling Breath, 5 to 15 damage, 2d6 plus 3 radiant. Spew forth a dazzling cone of stars. Dex save per turn. Cool.
Get out! Out!
Get in there, Scratch.
No choice but to keep going.
On the hunt.
Talk to me.
Huh. Well, this is... Maybe this is okay? Yeah, it didn't hit any allies. Cool. Whoa. Nice one.
Can't afford to let up.
Nice, level up. Morning Star for shirt. You don't mind if I call you that, Shadowheart, do you? Azith, the god of wizards all, who spend their whole lives learning. He grants their spells both big and small, for Mystra always yearning. Bane the tyrant, the black hand, makes sure the strong do rule. He spreads his darkness through the land, praised by the harsh and cruel. Deshaba will bring forth your doom, unless you chant her prayer. Split from Timora in the womb, she brings bad luck to spare.
With haste.
Well, some rest's better than none.
I'm gonna think about this with the level ups. May take a few minutes. I see I got a follow an hour ago. I think I want to thank whoever that was. Well, I see who it is, but yeah, not gonna call out names unless people say something. No one's obligated to chat, but if you'd like to, that's cool. So if I keep leveling Bard, I get a new Bard spell. I will say I am looking at some builds and kind of considering my options. I guess some builds people have made. There are people who are a lot smarter than me, and I do get some ideas from the internet. I do like to try out the fun builds that people come up with sometimes, but I will take into consideration like what spells I want, what things I want to do, if I want to, it's not exactly set in stone, is what I'll be doing. So if I go wizard, not adding a class, blade singer, and I choose a weapon. So I think if I choose a weapon here for blade singer, it will give me that weapon to start with. I enjoy rapier. Scimitar is cool too. So, training in Warren Song, you gain proficiency with light armor and the performance skill. You also gain proficiency with daggers, sickles, short swords, rapiers, scimitars, and long swords. And then Blade Song power, resource used to cast Blade Song. Blade Song, invoke the Blade Song. +2 bonus to AC, and your movement speed increases by 3. So you also gain advantage in acrobatics and a +2 bonus to con saves. Also unlock Blade Song Climax and the ability to accumulate Blade Song charges in combat. So, did mess around with this a bit, if I recall correctly. Mage armor is not gonna help. Think I will go Expeditious Retreat. Disguise self could be useful, but we do have that helmet already from the DLC. I haven't really looked into much what the Glamour Bard does, but I know there's some charm stuff, so which I'm not gonna be able to get yet. So I think I'll go Charm Person. We can always respec later. And then try Scimitar. That's what I've been using. So something like, yeah, I mean, yeah. We have Tasha's already, so I might replace that. Can I do that? Oh, I'm a wizard, so no. This is a wizard spell. So since I already have Tasha's Hideous Laughter, of course we can scribe any of these with scrolls. So I'm gonna go like this for prepared spells for now. So for Shadowheart, I'll take second level in Cleric. I like Healing Word. What is my Wisdom? 17? So I'll go Healing Word Command. Create Water is good for the lightning spells and things like that. Sanctuary. Healing Word, Sanctuary, Command. Create Water, Inflict Wounds. Healing Word, always good for scraping people off the floor and whenever else it's necessary. For Gale, let's see. Oh, we get a cantrip and a spell and a feat. What do we have right now for cantrips? Toll the Dead, Vicious Mockery. Oh wait, no, this is me. We have Ray of Frost and Booming Blade and Shocking Grasp. These are not organized at all. Dang. Tempted to take Bone Chill. Yeah, maybe. Or Mage Hand. Or Blade Ward or Light. I think I'll go Bone Chill. And then for a second level spell or a new spell. Let's see, this is what we have now. I like Cloud of Daggers. We have one crowd control in the form of Hold Person. I like Cloud of Daggers, I like Shatter, I like Shadow Blade, Misty Step. I think I'd like another damaging spell. Scorching Ray, and then we go ability improvement to increase charisma. Okay. So, for the Swashbuckler Rogue, level 4, we unlock Dirty Trick, Flick of the Wrist. Flick your weapon at a target and possibly disarm them, gain advantage on your next attack. So this is a weapon action, melee weapon action. Cool. Dirty Trick, Vicious Mockery, enchantment, cantrip. 1 to 4 damage, 1d4. Insult it, so Vicious Mockery, and then you gain advantage on your next attack. 18 meters. Cool. Dirty Trick, Pocket Sand. 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Toss a handful of sand at your enemy and possibly blind them. Gain advantage on your next attack. Blindness for 2 turns, and then something for 1 turn. It's melee, and we get a feat. Bear with me here. Gonna take the dexterity ability improvement.
No time to rest. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
So I like this.
Slug my guts through this hell.
Okay. So taking a look at my hotbar here.
Which way to the nearest library?
Of course, if I respec, it will get messed up, but that's okay. That just means I get to reorganize it. Oh. See it, mage armor. Character sheet. That's right. So there's Eyes of the Dark Darkness. Create a dark shroud that heavily obscures and blinds creatures within. Creatures cannot make range attacks into or out of it. The caster can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 25 meters. And then normal darkness.
A long way to go still.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
So Sure.
No time to dally.
Let me work my magic.
Blade song impeded by armor.
What path lies
Fortunate.
before me?
Let's grab some light armor.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
So for blade song, can't use a shield either. Okay. Cool. What is so heavy? Ah, carrying around a barrel and some armor.
They should all be running. What path lies before me?
I feel like we're missing someone.
What do we have here?
Has anyone seen Gale?
Forthwith.
What is Gale doing over here? Oh. Like, how long has Gale, like...
As you wish.
Yeah, I think we just left him here. Oh, Gale is hungry.
Time for bitter business the light would fear to shine on.
Hey, Gale, man, what's going on?
In my heart.
Do you feel as flattered as I do? Fighter to dine with a devil.
Devils rarely approach mortals without some nefarious intent. We'd be wise to avoid him.
Don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us. Badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity.
But what is it that this devil wants so very badly?
Our souls. But I suspect that's but his opening offer. Let me play the devil's advocate. The man is too eager.
Nice one, Gale.
Do not dismiss his offer out of hand. If there's one quality all the denizens of the hells embody, it's ambition. Quality they share with many humans, come to think of it.
What do you think Raphael's ambition could be?
I'm in the foggiest. But, based on the evidence before us, we can make certain deductions as to why he sought out our merry band. Fact one, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles. Fact two, a devil offers to take it away. Devils aren't known to aid mortals out of simple kindness. Whatever Raphael wants, we must be the key to getting it, along with our tadpoles. So, I say for now, we wait. If I'm right, Raphael will seek us out again, and when he does, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down.
A deal, you say?
Perhaps we should start growing our nails.
That's a friendly looking shadow. This calls for careful footwork. Best get in and out. Best be on my way.
Keep your blade close. Not a sound. Shall we?
Nobody's listening.
Just kind of wandering around.
Or I'm lost.
Oh, right. Gale, my man. You don't look so hot.
You'll have to speak slowly. I'm finding it quite difficult to concentrate with my condition gnawing at my insides like a teething displacer kitten.
Magic the Gathering reference? I think I have a magical artifact you'll be
That
interested
is most gratifying to hear. May I?
in. Oh, where are those
Perhaps I'm not
gloves?
conveying the urgency of the situation. It's incredibly, world-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact. Please. Of course. I would hate for you to think me impatient or ungrateful. I shall persevere for now.
You're the man, Gale. Got something for you.
You'll have to speak slowly. I'm finding it quite difficult to concentrate with my condition gnawing at my insides like a teething displacer kitten. That is most gratifying to hear. May I? Thank you. That hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
Glad you're feeling better. Your condition sounds unpleasant, to say the
It's not
least.
so bad once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Don't mention it.
My lady, I bow to your boundless kindness.
Never wanted the easy path. Let's see.
Movement on the roof. I sense a classic ambush in the making.
The pupil surpasses the teacher. My master's weapons are almost complete. There's just one component left. Samson says the designs are a failure. What's he know? He can barely see past his own belly. I searched the prototypes and blueprints for now, but just you wait, Samson. Your legend is fading, and a new one will rise in its place. Regarding strange writers in these parts, the date on this letter has faded with time, but the paper alone indicates great age. My fellow citizens, for fellow citizens we are, like it or not. I print and post multiple copies of this notice in the region, at no small expense to myself, because I feel a growing concern and alarm at the presence of strange raiders in these parts of late. Many of you will have seen them, tramping through our forests and towns under the guise of patrol. They claim they are guardians sent from Elturel to protect the borders of the great and holy nation of Elturgard. Don't be fooled by shining armor or handsome mounts. I never bent the knee to any Elturgard, and I never asked any metal gesture to come peering over my garden fence. As you all know, I'm descended direct from the original Selûnite settlers along these banks, and I have a half-elfin great-uncle who'll swear to it. We're peaceable folk, and we get on with the druids well enough, but I pay no fealty or tax to any far-off city I can't even find on a map. I took no small pleasure in telling these thugs just that, and I urge you to do the same. They call themselves Hell Riders. I call them Interlopers, and they can bugger off to the hells, them and their city both. With grave concern and serious intent, Damon Briska, proud and free citizen of the Heartlands.
Moon Witch rubbish. How much sound waste on that?
Open up. I'll take that.
Oh, hello there.
Don't mind if I do.
Cloak and dagger. My favorite. No time to dally.
Okay, Starion, you're gonna attempt murder on this guy.
From the shadows.
Cool. Not your turn any longer.
I need to
Shadowheart, you're up.
Let's see.
Scratch open doors.
This is no fun at all.
Okay, Gale.
On the way. Let me recite their demise. Swiftly now.
Behold the dance of death!
No bonus action.
Very well.
There's blood in the air.
Okay.
Time for a new approach. Sounds
Advantage.
fun.
Can't give up.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Let's end this.
I'm gonna end wild shape. And then we still have a bonus action, so could wild shape again.
On my way.
Blood comes easy these days.
So... Blade singing.
No time for mercy.
A little help, please.
I'm ready. Time to move. They won't know what bit them. Don't linger.
What should I do? Fall, damn you. On the move.
Oh, cool. So we just get this for free?
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
A little help, please.
I'll give it a shot.
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
Starion, we literally just left combat.
A sunset can't come quickly enough.
Time to press ahead.
Who has light? Anyone?
Sol Invictus.
Best avoid that trap.
Let's go. Into my pocket.
Specimen metal. Hardness 9.5, very hard. Melting point unknown. Color silver. Markings red lacerations flecked with yellow dust. Source Underdark. Notes. Gift from Redacted. Faintly sulfuric odor. Forging unsuccessful. Will not melt or warp at standard temperature.
Keep it together. the ready.
You guys just stand here.
Lovely day, this. For now.
Watch your back. Neither seen nor heard.
Cliff's blueprints. Precise arcs and neatly drawn lines form the blueprints of 3 weapons: a greatsword, a sickle, and a dagger. Each length and angle is marked with exact measurements, and forging instructions are printed carefully along the bottom of the page, emphasizing an unusual ingredient: Susur bark. The Susur bark can only be applied to an ordinary unmodified blade.
Weapon blueprints. They call for Susur bark. There's only one place I'm finding a Susur tree. The Underdark.
One day I'll catch a break. All is ash and meat. Need to find a way forward.
Unless you like trash.
The ledger is filled with cultivation instructions for a range of medicinal plants. One entry is underlined: deliver specifically requested plants to the cellar. Keep away from prying
It
eyes.
says there's a cellar here somewhere.
I don't see one.
You sniffing where you ain't ought to be, friend. Might have to take that nose.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Let's go. reminded me.
On my way.
What's the plan? Have to keep going.
These boots have seen everything.
With finesse.
Regard the spontaneous flatulation.
Ah, cool.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together. Very well. What's in here?
You sniffing where you ain't ought to be, friend? Might have to take that nose.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
This will do nicely.
Concentrate.
What fools these mortals be.
Can't give up. Not now. On the move.
Have to keep going. Never a dull moment. I've got a long road ahead.
When do I get Song of Rest? Not yet.
But that will fit in my...
Enough! No, please. We just want Mayrina back.
Drawn in thick charcoal lines upon animal skin, this childlike portrait depicts three stick figures: a goblin with sparks in its hands, a square, humanoid figure, and what seems to be an elf. Each of them is wearing a simple crown.
Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
Ah, staff. Hey, Gale.
You have my attention.
Still alive, so that's progress. Moving ahead. More for me.
You sniffing where you ain't ought to be, friend? Might have to take that nose.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Hey man, look, I'm just trying to...
Let's turn someone inside out. A better position.
I'm ready.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Hey you! Behold, the fool of fools.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Lathander to light, Selûne to guide, Kelemvor to judge, and passage provide.
What's inside?
A long-winded introduction explains that Haskin Zisylophan's notes, published as is from their work journal, have helped bring alchemy to the masses. It starts with a full history on the Dragonborn, who had been descaled as a teenager and started their alchemical research in hopes of restoring their hide. As the pages turn, it continues to wax poetic about how Zisylophan put aside their own research to help the common people. Much more interesting, though, are Zisylophan's actual research notes. I've decided I shall make all my notes, both those written and those still to come, available to those who would wish to study. You reading this text now are probably one such person. As enticing as potion making is, we shall first start with the most basic alchemical rule, the rule of 3. Most ingredients can be found throughout Faerun. However, they need to be refined to be of use in alchemy. Of any use in alchemy. Doing so is simple. Just combine 3 of the same ingredients and you'll obtain an extract, which can be used to brew potions, poisons, oils, and elixirs. So remember, 3 of the same ingredients make an extract, or in rhyme form if you like. When in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract. Excellent.
Here goes nothing.
So, Gale just consumes magical items like I do wine. We truly are a group apart. Nevertheless, as quirks go, that's a new one for me.
See ya. Visibility potion.
Don't mind if I do.
Suspicious poison.
What's that?
Potion of healing recipe. This small recipe has helped me through a lot. Without my scales, my hide smarts and tears with the slightest touch. While it has never healed me fully, every drop soothes. I hope it might similarly soothe whatever ails you. Someone has filled the rest of the page with repetitions of, "Why is it always healing potions? This god's damned primitive village," and the occasional, "Someday I'll kill that mongrel of a master." Luckily, the recipe itself is still mostly legible. Recipe for 1 potion of healing. Extracts needed. Salts of rogue's morsel. Suspension of myrgrass. Method. Stir the suspension until a vortex forms. Carefully tip in the salts. Keep stirring until the salts dissolve and the solution takes on a red hue. And keep in mind, when in doubt with alchemy, just recall the rule of 3. Thrice the same ingredient forms an extract. Excellent. made with duster. Valley with brook. Take that. Let's take a rest.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
I can do better. I must.
Okay. Long straight, yes.
No one stopped me yet.
The air is ripe with magic.
Everything is clear. At the ready. I don't need any attention right now. These boots have seen everything.
Oh. Bad for one's back. Very well. Hello, you. Step carefully.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Time for a little death. What? What a day.
prays for Azith and other gods too. Azith, the god of wizards all, who spend their whole lives learning, he grants their spell both big and small, for Mystra always yearning. Bane the tyrant, the black hand, makes sure the strong do rule. He spreads his darkness through the land, praised by the harsh and cruel. Bashaba will bring forth your doom, unless you chant her prayer. Split from Timora in the womb, she brings bad luck to spare.
Something over there.
What to do? Dream in red. Here we go.
What's next? Need to keep going.
Scroll of Summon. Who is it? Nutbuster? Trumpet.
Better fetch that.
I have such a headache.
Ah, yes.
Should mind my step.
So, what's over here? Ornate mirror.
A magic mirror. You've read all about them, but never seen one up close before.
I know how this goes. Magic mirror, tell me true.
What is your name?
Examine the mirror, trying to understand its magic.
The mirror is magical, but what magic? To what purpose? You have no idea.
Speak your name.
I'm a Shadow Merodin.
I do not know this name. If you are known to my master, step forward and declare yourself an ally.
Yes, an ally. I'm an ally of your master's.
Only a true ally of Ilantoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
You recognize the name, of course. Anyone that knows of the Red Wizards would. Zastam is a powerful lich that rules the land of Thay. He drove many Red Wizards out of their ancestral home.
Actually, Zastam isn't a Zolkir, he rules as High Regent now.
Poor choice. You will be purged.
Alright.
Best get going.
Get back!
Declare it.
Open or I'll smash you to pieces. Bad luck be damned.
There is a pause as those glass eyes take you in. Then...
The book is filled with pages and pages of observations, tracking travelers and people in the village. You turn to the final pages. 26 Elysis, Oliver Singe, merchant, arrives in Moonhaven, departs next day. Kalashite, 7 Eliant, stranger, name unknown, passes through, not Thayan. Rashemi? 14 Marpanoth, 3 men in black armor pass through, not Thayan. 2 Uktar. Hackett, journeyman, passes through, not Thayan. 30 Uktar. Raid, black armored soldiers, some damage, not Thayan, but dangerous. 14 Nidal. The book's key gem has gone missing. Familiar ordered to watch my apprentice. 14 Nidal. Singe passes through, doesn't stop. 15 Nidal. Familiar reports apprentice disappeared near well. Will observe. 18 Nidal. Raid, same soldiers as before. Townsfolk taken. 20 Nidal. Smoke on horizon. Raid? You turn page after page filled with strange alchemical sketches and formula. Some are written plainly, some in runes and scripts you barely recognize. There are guides to transmuting metals and recipes for weapons of war, but more than anything else, the book is concerned with reanimating dead flesh. Nice scrolls.
I'd better be careful not to trigger that thing.
what to do. Just out of view. Light on my feet.
I wonder what the next move is. I'll go this way.
You try, Gale.
For the wicked, I see.
Huh. Nothing there.
Keeping my head down.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You feel the darkness radiating from the book. It's delicious.
Curious.
Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
I think I'll pocket this.
Softer than a whisper. Out of sight, out of mind.
Hello. Raises a defense. You gain a +2 bonus to armor class as long as you're not wearing armor or holding a shield.
Ready and willing.
Have I been this way before?
The Evil Eye. While the number of trinkets and bargains a hag personally acquires means that her powers will be unique compared to that of her sisters, hags as a whole can still be divided into 3 subcategories. Night hags, named as such for their ability to haunt a mortal's dreams, slowly devouring vital essence until the victim's soul can be trapped into the hag's soul bag. They are known for being petty, selfish braggarts. Sea hags. Known for devouring their victims whole, sea hags can terrorize and kill with a single look. They reek of fish and are incapable of making a proper cup of tea. Green hags? They are beautiful. They are powerful. Speak not a word against them.
Wish I had a bag of holding. What's hiding here?
can't afford to stay idle.
One with the weave.
We have a longbow, we do.
All right, what now? Let's have a look.
Fish?
Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones. Did I play games like this in my youth? Was I sweet once?
Missing poster.
Missing children. Maggie Terrans, Marcus Terrans, Mathen Deach, Rochelle Kirk.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute.
You're quite eloquent for an ogre.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
I'll do you one better. I'm one of the Absolute's chosen disciples.
Indeed. How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend.
I notice you don't bear a brand of your own.
I've no use for the Absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only. Gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk.
Forget goblins. You should be fighting for me.
I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
I'll pay you in the flesh of the fallen. You'll have your fill.
A brilliant notion, and a boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble. Take my bone horn. One blow, and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before. Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
I've seen few other ogres in these parts.
We follow the sense of blood and gold to all lands fertile, friend. And this land proves particularly fruitful. We will keep close. When you are ready, sound the horn.
The shepherd's son tended to his father's flocks on the banks of the Chianthar. The days grew long and the boy grew bored. To amuse himself, he called out, "Beholder, beholder!" The shepherd came running, but there was no beholder. The boy pointed and giggled, but the shepherd scolded him. "Do not cry, 'Beholder,' when there is no beholder. Promise?" "I promise," said the boy, but the next day was as boring as the last. "Beholder," the boy cried, and his father rushed to his side. The boy laughed and laughed, but the shepherd only frowned and shook his head. 3 days later, the boy spotted a round figure floating in the distance. It had one giant eye in the middle of its face, a mouth full of pointed teeth, and thin stalks growing from it, each with an eye peeking from the tip. "Beholder, beholder," he shouted, but no one came. The beholder began to float toward him, and the boy turned and sprinted along the river. He ran and ran until he reached a high bank and could run no more. The boy cried and cowered, bracing for the beholder's deadly ray. Instead, a familiar voice said, "Turn around." The boy turned. There was no beholder, only the shepherd clad in a woolen cloak. A giant eye was painted on the front, and a toothy mouth below. Vines were sewn to the cloak's edges. "You scared me," sobbed the boy. "That makes us even," said the father, as he dried the boy's tears. The boy never cried "Beholder" again.
Something over there.
The Folly and the Fall. Though clearly old, this handbill has managed to maintain its bold print over time. For one season only, see the play that sent Elturel's Everlight Theater into chaos. The sharp-tongued traveling troupe presents The Folly and the Fall, a tragedy in 4 parts. Part 1, of Lost Netheril, that great wizarding empire in humanity's age of wonder. Part 2, of the great mage Karsus, his brief and terrible godhood, and the ruin he wrought. Part 3, of Netheril's fall, a thousand years of shade, and Shar's subversion. Part 4, of Netheril's return and its shadow falling upon the land. Penned by the great bard Bragan Feg, The Folly and the Fall tells the true story of the flying Nethery city Thultanthar and its dramatic return after 1,000 years in exile on Char's Plane of Shadow. See the climactic bagel of Myth Tranor, rendered in stunning detail thanks to the finest thaumaturges on the coast. Direct on your village green as the Sharp-Tongue's traveling troupe makes its transit to Baldur's Gate. See it now or face 1,000 years of sorrow. Fables of Faerun 5, The Boy and the Beholder. We read that one? Old school book. A school's attendance log fills the ancient pages. As the pages and days progress, more and more pupils' names vanish from the entries. In urgent script, a note in the margin states that someone has to investigate what's becoming of the missing children and their families.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed upon the contents of an old journal.
We should keep moving.
What just happened?
I don't know exactly. Lady Shah, protect me.
I know magic when I see it. This may warrant investigating.
Maybe. It felt oddly familiar, but I don't know why. I saw something that reminded me of my faith, my mission. I felt something rise within me, like my blood was on fire. Then it passed. That's all I know. It's stopped now, whatever it is. Let's just carry on.
Aminator, sun's bright light, shines the truth into man's laws. Speak his name to stop a fight, then invoke a legal clause. Beware dread Asmodeus, both his word and promise sweet, more able to betray us than the devils at his feet. Arl is merciless and cold, the winter's icy breath. Spare her a little food and gold, so you won't freeze to death. Lyra, Lady of Deception, the goddess who wears many masks, invoke her name, avoid perception. She hides your lies and secret tasks. For joy, to Lyra you must call and worship her through soul-felt dance. So find her present in fest halls, do not give idleness a chance. Leviatar's pleasure is your pain, your scars an offering. Scourge or candle, whip or cane, can your devotion bring.
Seems simple enough.
The pupil surpasses the teacher. My master weapons are almost complete. There's just one component left. Samson says the designs are a failure. But what's he know? He could barely see past his own belly. I stashed the prototypes and blueprints for now. But just you wait, Samson. Your legend is fading, and a new one will rise in its place. Regarding strange writers in these parts, the date on this letter has faded with time, but the paper alone indicates great age. My fellow citizens, for fellow citizens we are, like it or not, I print and post multiple copies of this notice in the region, at no small expense to myself, because I feel a growing concern and alarm at the presence of strange writers in these parts of late. Many of you will have seen them, tramping through our forests and towns under the guise of patrol. They claim they are guardians sent from Elturel to protect the borders of the great and holy nation of Elturgard. Don't be fooled by shining armor or handsome mounts. I never bent the knee to any Elturgard, and I never asked any metal jester to come peering over my garden fence. As you all know, I'm descended direct from the original Selûnite settlers along these banks, and I have a half-elven great-uncle who'll swear to it. We're peaceable folk, and we get on with the druids well enough. But I pay no fealty or tax to any far-off city I can't even find on a map. I took no small pleasure in telling these thugs just that, and I urge you to do the same. They call themselves Hell Riders. I call them interlopers, and they can bugger off to the hells, them and their city both. With grave concern and serious intent, Damon Briska, proud and free citizen of the Heartlands.
Look what we got here! Another little birdie wanting to fly! Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you! Hope you got a stomach for ice!
What the hells are you doing?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Let me rephrase that. Why are you doing this?
'Cause it makes me laugh.
Fun's over. Release the gnome at once.
You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
All of you lot against one deep gnome. You should go find a better target.
Like who? You? The runt's ours. You should have taken a wide path around us. What? Quick! Creator, destroyer. Step by step. Death's cold grip.
the bloody fray!
Not going to last much longer.
Mutilate them. Battle of wits.
Time to push my luck again.
Occhio!
Rough tempest I will raise.
They're dying for me! All of them.
Frontin nulla fides.
Well, so much for peace.
I give up. Mercy, please. I know things. If you let me live, I'll make it worth your while. I promise.
I want everything of value you have.
All right. Just don't hurt me.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Off we go then.
Anything of use? I should speak up.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? Then thou must return with the proper payment. This is the price of balance.
Here's the gold.
Well counted. I recommend keeping thy distance for a moment. By doom and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
I want to talk about all that's happened to
Fine.
us.
What's on your mind?
What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason for us not to stay together if we get on well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
What do you think about what happened to the Druid Grove?
That place is sealed off to the world now. I don't see the point in dwelling on it anymore. Not while we've our own problems to see to.
How am I holding up in your estimations?
Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common. Very serious of you, but go ahead.
How are you faring?
It's strange. I've been dwelling on what I told you before about wanting to become a Dark Justicia. But perhaps I should be content with my lot. I'm already blessed to have you at my side, after all.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Gale slurped that thing up like a horse with a carrot.
I hope he got what he needed from it.
What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great.
Don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Gale is positively voracious. Well, let him suck up all the magic he needs, as long as he doesn't snack on a Githyanki's silver sword. I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
Can I assume a compliment is incoming?
I don't pay compliments. I only say what is true. You've proven me wrong at every turn. You are efficient, dominant, courageous. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end. Isn't it obvious? I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you? Your loss, I fear. One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt, and you will wish you could return to this lost moment.
I've known people who are hungry for power, but Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking. I wonder how he does it. Why he does it. I'm sure all will be revealed in time, but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
Lost in thought.
What now?
Wretched thing, pull yourself together. With haste.
Common underdark crystal. Fluorite seems to form anywhere where light is scarce, though only bigger stones are suitable for mining. Jade, a precious mineral from the Sea of Fallen Stars, cherished by sovereigns and stone carvers alike.
Cut me loose!
Okay.
Ugh. Bagakabara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it. Whatever you are.
Get on with what?
You saved me. Now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
I'd rather know how you got caught.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
See ya, guy.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Gonna take a break and make some tea.